All right, we're going to jump right in. You can see there's the flamingo celosia and lots of cucamelons gone wild in there. I need to get in there and pull those vines. 9 bark there in the back in the planter. And I had a volunteer baby corn. I don't know if you saw that there on the left. I'm going to see what happens. I actually had 2. I accidentally pulled one that was on another side of the yard. So I'm still working my way down the side yard garden, which I call the garden that is to the left of my driveway if you're looking towards the road. And right now we're looking at a mix of holy basil, strawberry gomphrena, and I also think I focused on the African blue basil in the beginning. You can see I've got some dark cucumbers climbing that trellis there. The zebra grass looks so much better after the trimming. I can actually walk through here now. The blades can be really, really sharp. And that is also a deer deterrent that I use, is those grasses. You saw the basil and those bees and pollinators absolutely love it. There's a lot of work that needs to happen here, but you can see those gladiolus bloom. They're not the color they were supposed to be. They were supposed to be like a really dark, rich, blackish red, and they're more of an orange red, kind of like a tomato. Maybe I should call them not tomato gladiolus. So now we're moving quickly down by the road where I have like what I call my cottage garden area. Have not done much to this area this whole summer. I've kind of let it go wild. It's all self-seeded and some perennial items. I did put some more African blue basil though, kind of near that area, but it's more farther up the driveway. You saw the cute little bee there on the hyssop. Very good plant for pollination. And look at this cute picture I captured the other day. I just love that little guy on there. So there's my sign. I've kept that out all summer because I want people to know I have weeds everywhere, but I am feeding the bees. So please, please, no complaints. And I absolutely love this dog fennel. I have not pulled it yet, but I will before it seeds. It is a weed, but it's also so flowy and pretty. I think it just looks perfect right there next to my sign. It was just like the perfect spot for it. Also, I spent a lot of time on the same day cleaning up this part of the driveway because my family's been complaining about my limbs of my plants going off and hitting their cars. So you can see I did a major cutback on the hardy hibiscus, the red twig dogwood, and there's a picture of what I did. I made a kind of a collection of cuttings, hoping I can get some rootings. We will see. I will update you on that later. Here's some more pictures of the hardy hibiscus. I just love hardy hibiscus so much. It's a big wow factor for just a plant that is so, so easy to take care of. Now we're moving to the center of my yard where I have a huge garden area. And I'm showing you just some images before we get started. You saw a lot of different things. So hopefully I'll go back and talk about them. Some more million bells that were just from cuttings. Balsam that self-seeded itself. I didn't have to plant it. And what are we looking at? Oh, I'm just kind of giving you a view of the bed. You can see there are weeds in there too. I have neglected. I've spent more time focused on vegetable plants this spring and summer than really taking care of my front garden beds. But I did get one Mexican sunflower to finally germinate. It took 3 tries this year. Last year was a horrible year too for Mexican sunflowers for me. But it's one of my favorite plants and I highly recommend it for anyone. Butterfly bush. I have the black knight. I thought I bought a sterile plant and I have found out, and you'll see coming up in part of this garden tour, it's not sterile. I have at least 3 babies that are pretty big size actually. I think I'm going to end up potting those up because they may not be in the best spot. Another pollinator there on a strawflower. We're going to move over, I think, to my last flower bed that is at the property line on this side. Look at that weed there in the center of it. I need to go pull that. I've got an abeila in there and a planter that I love. This abeila. It's just a gorgeous color. And pollinators, of course, love it. You can see this is a really weedy area in the front. My oregano's gone completely wild. My dahlias are blooming still, doing well, despite not getting cut or pruned or just even me taking cuttings off of them. Poor things. I feel so sorry for my front garden beds. some feverfew, another zebra grass that I put here at the edge of the property line. My feverfew I keep on the edge too because pollinators do not like feverfew. You can see another variety of hardy hibiscus. This is a spice hardy hibiscus. There's like a couple in the spice variety, different names. I don't exactly remember the name of this one, but it is a spice hardy hibiscus. And look, you can see my hand and how big that flower is. Another plant that I should just do a whole video on why I love hardy hibiscus because they're just beautiful. I have a roselle hibiscus there. It's not flowered yet. It's still growing. I'm hoping we will make it in time that I can get some harvest off of it. This is a white rose of Sharon, a completely white flower, as you can see. It is stunning. Got that on clearance last October. I do not regret that decision. It is in a planter so that when we move, I can take it with me. And you saw one of those volunteer black knight butterfly bushes. We're moving up to the front of my house. I have another bed here. It's somewhat maintained closer to the porch, but the farther away you go, the more wild and weedy it gets. I think I'm going to learn my lesson about evening primrose. So I don't know if you remember, we planted some from seed and it is just taking over. Didn't realize it was invasive like that. Sweet potato vines, been doing wonderful and great in these planters. The deer do come up here quite often to get a snack. They're still growing. I don't think we're anywhere near harvest time, but that will be a video as well. This front bed, I have worked on this throughout the summer. I actually extended it by 6 inches, but you can see I still haven't put mulch there. The deer have found my patio peach tree, and they keep coming up here and stomping my celosia. My beautiful, gorgeous, self-seeded celosia. They just trample it to the ground. Yeah, don't look back there. That's all weeded too and just a mess. Look here at this. This is much prettier. You can see a butterfly on that plant. It was so pretty. So there's the patio peach. All the peaches are gone now, so maybe the deer will stop coming up there. We're going to move back down to that center garden bed. I do have 3 planters of cayenne pepper. It has steadily throughout the whole summer produced. I have so much cayenne pepper, I should be good for like maybe 2-3 years. And there are my weeds just growing wildly. This neglected bed. I do have a Bulgarian carrot right there in that planter. It also has been producing pretty well, not as quickly as the cayenne. Yeah, so this is just a mix. There's a peony there. I've got some stuff at rose. So what I'm going to say to you guys is what I say in my head all the time. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. And I'm giving myself permission to be okay with these weeds. I'm going to put a picture of that magnet that I keep on my fridge with that quote. Hopefully it will make you be okay with that too. Be okay with the weeds. Do the best you can do. And